Hi. Okay, I'm restarting off. Hello. Oh, Jesus.
I had to say
Guys, welcome back to Hot Dad's Pod. I am your co-host, Save Gracie Canaan. That is just how I'm introducing myself these days.
Full
Not
name.
even just my full legal name is now my Instagram handle.
It's her government name.
And my Threads handle. And this is my co-host.
I am Maria Heinegg. I am your co-host extraordinaire.
Yep. And where can you find you?
At my first and last name, MariaHeinegg.
And you can find me at the handle that I already introduced myself at,
There
which is
you
my
go.
legal name. You can find us as a unit at Hot Dad's Pod. Also, email us with your problems. We haven't gotten a problem email in a sec. So
Yeah.
hotdadspod@gmail.com. Your problems, other people's problems, dick pics, but not your dick pics, other people's dick pics with their consent.
Which I've been thinking about. Yeah, we need consent there. or
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
non-consenty.
But like, do we?
That
Anyway,
might be the first time people can send dick pics with consent.
yeah. Just make sure.
Not airdropping them to me on the train.
Oh my God. There's been a couple of airdrops I haven't accepted, and I really regret not accepting
I
them
take
now.
them every time.
Yeah, that's smart. That's the
Damn.
way to go. Have you gotten dick pics?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Before
Some
we
fucking
get-
hogs.
Should we introduce formally?
I think that'd be great.
The recipient of all of these airdrops.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Welcome, Shane Torres.
on
We're
here?
waiting. We're like
Yeah.
we're waiting for like a drum roll.
He's a comedian, just to be clear, in case
Yeah.
anyone's curious.
yeah. You're a
Yes.
very established comedian.
Yeah, I'm established.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a restaurant.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I've been established since 1981.
Michelin star.
That's the plug of. That's the name of my first album.
Oh my God.
What, established since 1981?
Established 1981. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's catchy. Is there ever really a good name for an album that you don't look back and like regret as being too kitschy?
I don't know.
You know?
There are some. I think the one-word ones are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's got to be kind of like.
Ham.
Succinct is
Yes.
like kind of like it's like one or two words like final engagement is one of Mark Maron's that's like very like that makes sense that feels like like
Yeah.
but
Was that his final album?
no I mean he's done. I think he put out another HBO special or his first HBO special. Yeah.
He did.
He's our
I
next
didn't know
guest.
Yeah. I'll get
Yep.
him. I'll text him for you guys.
Yeah.
that. Yeah, Mark
thank
Maron, friend of the pod.
I don't have his phone number. But
I'll just try random numbers.
It'll just eventually it'll happen.
Yeah.
So I'm still not done. I interrupted your airdrop philosophy to introduce you.
Would we
what
say
was
it's
the
a
last
philosophy?
airdrop? Yeah, I would. It's a rule. You always accept them.
Oh, I thought
when
you
was the
meant-
last
okay.
one that you got? Do you remember?
I mean,
And is it mostly boring, or is it like you think it's dick pics or nudes directed at you?
I don't think.
No, they
well, you
send-
can't. They can't be directed at me unless they know who I am, and then they see that my iPhone is available to airdrop. To me.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So maybe some people have sent them to me.
I think they send them to everyone that shows
Yeah,
up.
but that's what I mostly think. Like, I guess I'm saying since I'm
You're not
since I'm
special.
an established comedian,
Oh my
and
God.
I might get
Established.
noticed on the train every once in a while.
Jerk yourself off.
I'm just doing what
Just
she
repeating,
said.
yeah.
I'm not fucking blowing my own
Get
horn.
the fuck out of here.
I feel like established was the most diplomatic way to say that
Yeah,
because it's like I could have blown smoke and been like world famous.
Well,
or it
yeah.
could have been like kind of people know you know, which is like a snub. So
Kind
I
of
feel
people,
like,
yeah,
it's- I guess people have heard
I
one
guess
or
you've had
two
some
jokes.
successes. It's like,
If you want to count it,
I
as
am
that.
I graduated from a state school of comedy.
Do you feel
But like a good state school, like UT or something. Not
I feel
not like a commuter school. Yeah.
there is going to be that in the next like 20 years? Like there's going to be stand-up comedy as like a major.
Oh, I'm sure there already is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had people write papers on like college theses on that I've been like a subject of my like
Oh my
jokes.
God.
I'm just
No.
telling you. No, this
State school theses or higher?
well, just like I don't know. Is
Like
is
Yale.
Brown, is
It's-
Brown
Brown's fancy.
It's
Brown's
an
the Ivy League.
Yeah. So just like
You've
Brown.
appeared in an Ivy League paper. That should be your credit every time you go on stage.
I don't know what school he went to, honestly. I'm saying Brown because I know it's a fancy school. But I played it. And that's how you write a joke.
Okay.
Oh my
We bought
God.
Man, I've
into it.
always wanted to be on Girls Gotta Eat. This is so cool.
Well, I don't even know what that is. Is that like
It's a
basically Call
popular
Me
po-
Daddy?
I think that's
it's a
another.
Is
podcast.
Girls Gotta Eat and Call
Yeah,
Me Daddy?
yeah.
That's one podcast.
Yeah, there's also Girl on Guy.
Oh, okay,
And then
cool.
There's
Then
a,
there's guy, girl, guy.
Yeah.
is that real?
No, I was making like a pornography joke since we were talking about
Got
two
it.
girls, one cup
Okay,
earlier.
All right.
Oh God.
That wasn't on.
They don't need to know.
You know what? That's why we got to have the pre-show banter for
we're gonna
our
call
Patreon,
this-
where it's just us talking
Pre-show
shit about
We're
people.
gonna call this episode "Two Girls, One Chain."
Yes,
I think that's fun.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I don't know. How did we land on the Hot Dad's app or a Hot Dad's name?
Hot Dad's name.
Yeah.
because we wanted to do an advice podcast. And
Yeah.
we were talking about like snappy names.
Yeah. Well, that means like we don't have an advice question prepped for you, but I
Okay.
will be shooting Maria's favorite thing that I do. I'll be shooting from the hip at some point during
Like a
this
gunfighter. It's
conversation.
gonna be fun.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to come out, but I'm going to ask you for
I
some
can't
advice.
wait for this.
Yeah.
He's from Texas, so using that phrase was very relatable.
Yes.
Oh, I thought
True.
you were going to say like very appropriating. Very
Yeah. Listen, you
gunslinger.
backwater hillbilly.
That's something else we were talking about before we hit record.
Call
Was that
someone
like my
backwater is
favorite
so-
blanket insult is calling someone backwater, even if and especially if it doesn't make sense.
God.
I just need
It's,
you guys to know that when you weren't looking, I blew a snot rocket just now.
Oh, amazing! You backwater.
the camera sees all.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah,
You blew
yeah.
like
a farmer's blow?
So it's like in your
that's what it's called.
I've heard it called that. Yeah.
Okay.
in
I've never heard
Texas.
Texas.
Actually, I was in our nation's capital. Whenever
And
I
you
was
passed-
walking by the Washington Monument, and I
Joe
was like, with
Biden.
my friend, and I was at Rachel, and I was like, hold on, I gotta fucking just, like
Yeah,
I had to get it.
blew
It was
one.
and she goes, you just farmer's blow at the Washington Monument? And I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know it was
it's
called
just a
that.
big old triangular dick.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah,
Way to
is.
stick it to the patriarchy.
yeah. I'm a ally or whatever.
Yeah, you turn
Or
that-
whatever.
Or whatever.
I'm really weird about bodily functions. Like I feel like
Please.
I feel like bodies are so gross. We
They
should
are.
all be ashamed. We shouldn't even be eating in front of each other. Like we
I
should
think-
be eating in a closet.
I have like a
We're
lot
all
of
so
issues with
gross.
it. Yeah, I'm definitely just like, isn't it weird how you can at one and just almost the exact same breath and be like, today my shoulders look amazing, and then
Yep.
you'll turn around and be like, what's wrong with you? Like like
Depending on the day.
yeah, I can't.
But I
Yeah.
think she means more like fluids and stuff like that.
Or do you mean?
No, I
Well, she also
everything
says eating.
counts.
Like,
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think just like human bodies as a rule. Like, okay, I was just explaining this the other day to a friend who I'm sure definitely agreed. It's like we are somewhere in between. We should be like robots, like made of plastic, or we should be covered in fur.
Why-
but instead,
why
we're just like
plastic?
these. Instead, we're just like these weird, loose, like skin bags, and we're just
kind of like
leaking
close
all
to
the
the-
time.
like I get when
We're like
you're
a
saying
shaved- we're
our
a shaved animal.
like
Yeah.
our outside layer is closest to like a bat.
Yeah.
Really. Bats, have you ever bats are a little furry sometimes?
Yeah, and it's just like pick a
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
Oh,
We're
which
closer to rodents than we are like.
Well, I mean, if you think
We're
about
big
it, like,
rodents.
as we all know, bats do shave their wings. So.
yeah. Well, if they have a date.
Which is what I plan to do tomorrow. Yeah.
or
Yeah.
the fancy
Ah.
ones.
To
wax.
shave my entire body tomorrow, just in case I have
Yeah.
sex.
Really?
For some sex.
Yeah,
Good for you.
With-
but it's not
Who?
promised. With the 27-year-old.
I was just hoping that you would say like no one, just like I'm gonna shave, like I'm manifesting sex by
my God.
shaving my
positive
entire
thinking,
body.
Maria. If
Yeah.
you're going in the right direction, yeah,
Wait,
you're
this
gonna
is,
have sex tomorrow.
Oh my god, I feel like I've had.
I mean, knock
I've-
on wood.
I've had-
You've been in a mood lately.
what a way to call a suicidal person. In a
I'll be
mood.
really.
in a mood.
I'll be jar some joy loose.
a little bit miffed.
Oh
Wait,
my God.
In a mooch. She's got a gun to your head.
God, you are.
I hate Mondays.
You know what? I'm a real Garfield. That's what I'm gonna pitch tomorrow night. Like if he says no, I'm gonna be like, listen, I've been suicidal, so I really need this. I'm sure that'll get his dick right up.
Yeah. It would probably work on me, honestly. I'd be like, I gotta save her life.
Yeah, I'd be like, tonight's gonna be nuts. Like she's either gonna be.
That's a good point. He's probably if you did say that, I bet he'd be like, I'm a little scared, but I think
honestly,
I need to.
You're gonna fuck like it's the last time you're ever gonna fuck.
I have been thinking about. I'm like, if I did get a dating profile back, that I would like the whole profile would say a little suicidal, but great in bed.
I love that. It's very.
The problem is that women would report it. Like men wouldn't report it, but women would.
That's true.
Why?
Because
report it to be like, are you okay?
They'd be like, this is unsafe. Like instead of just being like, it's a fucking joke.
I can't make suicide jokes on I'm on thin ice with my Instagram because I've made like suicide, like my own suicide jokes at my own expense on my Instagram stories, and they're like,
as opposed to comedian who told someone else to do it.
Yeah, I have not been going around telling other people to kill themselves.
Yeah.
But wait, I want to backtrack because this is a great segue. What we were talking about into our newest and most favorite segment.
Are you shooting from the hip right now?
Yep. Okay. And Maria's going to hate it. We've done it once before, and I think it's a success. Would you rather have a tail or wings?
Oh, I told you not to do this again. Every
time.
I told you I fucking...
In that space of would you rather, and then your presentation of the options, I was like, I don't know what is about to happen here.
I fucking hate this question. It's so stupid.
There's so many variations too. There's so many follow-up questions.
Would I rather have a tail or wings?
It can be like a ponytail, a demon tail. It can be bat wings.
It can't be she means an actual pony, not like a pony.
Yeah. No, it can be like a horse tail, or it can be whatever kind of tail or whatever kind of wings you want.
Obviously, if I had one, it would be a devil tail.
Yeah, love it. Love that. It kind of like swishes around, lets people know when you're pissed.
What if it was just the tail end of a plane? Just the tail of a plane? And then I could fly anyways?
Just with the tail?
Yeah.
No wings.
What? No, I don't need the wings if I have the tail, because then it can propel.
I feel like you just...
That's not how planes work.
You don't know. Fuck it. Stop acting like you know a goddamn thing about planes. I don't even think you know how to get in one.
Okay. Stop acting like you know a goddamn thing about planes.
I fly more than pilots. I know plenty about planes.
That doesn't mean anything about you understanding the construction of a plane.
Oh,
do you think they just...
Do you think they just... Andrea, look up three plane facts and then present them to us, and we'll see who has the best.
I'm from the city of Boeing, so you can suck it.
Okay, yeah, there's a Boeing where I lived too.
Yeah, no, but I'm from the genesis of Boeing.
Okay, well, since you live close to it, I grew up next to Cowboy Stadium. I should probably be a professional football player.
Introducing our producer.
It's the exact same thing. It's the same dumb logic. Can we do your questions?
No. I like this. I like this.
I didn't ask a question, you jackass.
I know.
I just poked holes in your stupid... Oh, so planes just have wings for fun?
Okay, in this crazy
just
thing,
for fun?
and this crazy scenario where I get to choose between having a tail or wings.
I didn't pitch
in this magic space. If I take the tail end of a plane...
If you want it, you can have it, but you won't be able to fly.
Yeah. First of all, I don't know why we're putting limits on this question now.
Well, here's the thing.
It's tail or wings. That's the whole point.
No.
Yeah, but I found a solution for both.
That's not a solution. Let's just call
Let me help you here.
I'm going to get a tail that propels so I can helicopter. How's that? I'm still flying.
Okay, let me add an addendum.
Booyah.
I hate you.
Shane,
I love you.
if you have a tail.
Yes, Gracie, my dear, my favorite host.
Permanent tail. Okay? And then you put on...
We're going to name the episode Shane Hates Maria.
If you put on a permanent tail, like you have, like this is like a bodily modification, and then you can make cardboard wings, and then you can fly.
Yeah.
You know
cardboard?
what I mean?
That's going to work.
Yeah.
I think if I had to pick between wings or a tail...
And then it's you guys for the rest of it. I'm sitting out. I came late. I'm leaving early.
That's the attitude of a champion. Came late, leaving early.
I did. I want to say I did come late to my own podcast, and Shane woke up early and took an Uber. So, guys, find his Venmo and
Shane-Torres-1.
Yeah. Yep.
I would say tail. I would I would pick like the tail I would pick would be like, oh, we've got a tail. Like someone's always on my like is following me, so I could always have like a scenario and be exciting. And if it's wings,
You want a stalker?
not like a stalker, but like
Like
I'm like I got a gang. I'm like a gangster, and there's always cops all following me around.
You want to be followed around by the cops.
Are you gonna let me finish my explanation?
You said if I have wings, you moved on to the other option.
Well, and I was moving, yeah,
Right.
but like you can wings. I would pick buffalo wings. So I don't want to be a freak like you two. I have a tailor wing.
Buffalo wings. Yeah, that'll look really normal walking around.
I was gonna eat. I'm thinking of I'm hungry.
You're trying to like caveat this.
I'm trying to
so
move
hard.
away from like. I
like
have
this.
enough
You know
body
what?
image issues as it is. I don't like want to think of myself
with teeny tiny bat wings
So, like,
coming out of your shoulder.
I think people would just be like, "What is?" Of course, Shane has like a weird.
Listen,
I feel like if I had a tail,
I
this is how many body issues I have. Like if I had a tail, I don't think anyone would be that surprised.
Well, I will say though, I respect you trying to get around the question because it's a stupid fucking question.
Sorry.
Gracie, I really liked it, and Maria thinks she knows about planes, but she doesn't.
I just caused World War III with that question. You realize after that argument, I'm never going to not bring up that question.
I'm proud of you for
it
that.
makes no
You
sense.
stick up for your
Stand
your
my
co-host.
ground. Yeah.
If you bring it up next time, I'm walking out of my own apartment. Okay.
Promise.
Can you bring it up now?
Do it again.
I will say though, the reason that a tail doesn't work, which is very applicable to your particular lifestyle, because you're on planes all the time, is then it's fucking like
said this last
uncomfortable, right? Like sitting in a
Well, I
chair.
think it probably,
because
like-
animals don't sit in chairs because there's a certain amount of like hard extension that comes out of every tail.
Hard extension.
Yeah.
Shane, where was the last time you flew? Where was the last place you flew? Where was the last time
Atlanta.
you flew?
Yeah, it was
It's
Atlanta.
sad that I know that, isn't it?
Well, you're my assistant.
I am his assistant. So.
Nice.
No, Atlanta.
His
What's the
assistant
last time?
comedian, assistant to the comedian,
Assistant to
assistant
the
comedian.
Yeah, it was Atlanta. Was that 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So this is the longest I have been home straight since October of 2021.
2021. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. So the 2 weeks or whatever. It's like I haven't been home this long.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's a little
Do
crazy.
you feel like you ever get used to like traveling hotel life?
You get too used to it. Like I was talking with a friend last night, and he's done very well for himself. And he
Is he a
You
comedian?
can name names
He's
if
a-
it's positive.
But not if
no,
it's
he's
negative.
not. He's not a comedian.
Oh,
But
Well, then we don't care. If it's just a successful guy.
but he was like, I'm over hotels, and I was like, I fucking get it. Like you know, like I like, and I stay in whatever, like top to bottom. Like I stay in really nice ones, and then some that are fine. But even the really nice ones, you're like, here we go. Like I'm in this bed for 7 hours, and I leave. You know, there's no like.
You don't
The
get
joy of
comfortable.
staying in it is like when we stayed, the place we stayed was just fine,
Yeah.
right? You like there wasn't anything too remarkable or unremarkable about
The
it.
beds were good, I thought.
Yeah, but even that, I'm like, it's like
It's impersonal.
yeah. I think the thing that I notice in hotels now is when this is going to sound braggy, and I guess it is, but when I was in Europe earlier this year, since you're in a different country, you're like you notice it feels a little more special, and I think that the hotels were amazing. We were staying.
Were they
in.
kitschy?
No, they were
Just
like they were
top
like
of the line?
royal, like
Yeah.
they don't get nicer, kind of like the guy I was opening for. There was a guest
Bert
book.
Kreischer.
There was a guest book in one of his hotel rooms that he got to sign, and like the names in it were insane, like Obama, like
Oh my
like-
god.
yeah, it was like it was wild. It was
In
really
the did you say in the guest book?
yeah. There's a guest book because he was staying in a suite in a fancy
was
hotel.
He
So
was
it's
staying in
him.
the
Did he put like a
penthouse.
little heart? Like Obama smiley face.
They said it was so weird because it was. I call it a guest book, but it was really just. It said it was just carved into the wall. It said "Thanks a lot." before.
You know what I would love if someone just pranked that guest book and like wrote all those names.
It's all in the exact same handwriting.
yeah, just like it's the same ink.
I have a hard time believing though that like if you're Obama, you're like, ooh, I'm gonna sign this guest book.
Well, like it was like yeah. I mean the name Tom Hanks was what name was in there. It was
That's
just
wild.
like crazy, you know, and like his room was stunning, and my room was like 3 times the size of your apartment. It was like
That's
insane.
nuts.
Yeah, like it was one of those kind of like that. So those hotels where I was like, this is remarkable. Like really, like and just the hospitality over there is much I don't want to say. I think it's better. It's a little more showy and
Say
stuff.
better.
Yeah. Well, there was like turn down service. Like I would just walk back into my room.
You can get turned down service here, though.
Yeah, but like most places aren't just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they put little mint chocolates?
They did, and they put my slippers out.
Oh my
and
God.
a robe.
Well, I think that's also
I love a robe.
hospitality just is not nearly as big of a thing in this country as it is in
I think that's true.
even having people over to your house. Like having people over to your house in a lot of other cultures is like
that's very like
Yeah.
you know
yeah, like
and
when
it's
you
like,
socialize with people here a lot, you go out. Like you don't have people to your home near as much. I think
I think
but like
especially in New York though because
Sure,
we have
yeah.
tiny apartments.
yeah, but like I would say like but like when I would go see my mom's family, we don't go out to lunch. Like I go over to they're Irish, like from Ireland, so like we go to their house. They make lunch. We don't go to dinner.
Right.
Like, or and my Mexican family was that way too. Like you came over, everybody cooked. Yeah.
Oh, always, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's like
It's
such
that was big for us.
cultural
Like
thing.
yeah. Like I don't think I ever went to a restaurant with my grandparents. Honestly, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably because they were ashamed of having half-white grandkids.
that's we can't.
That's the exact same thing with my dad's side of the family. Like we would always go to like my grandparents' house, but that was also because my dad's one of 10 kids, so it's like you can't fucking fit
No.
35 plus people in a restaurant. Like
Yeah.
you have to
I
go
don't
to
know.
a
Taco
big
Bell
house.
Cantina. those
1 of 10?
Yeah, number 5.
Wow. Right in the middle, huh?
And they adopted a couple of kids like in the small town.
Were
and
they-
just took them in?
Yeah? No,
Yeah.
that's fucking...
Yeah, they were great.
Yeah.
They were great. Yeah, they started out in Brooklyn, so my dad's from Brooklyn. I can't hear his accent, but I guess he has one, according to other people. It's not. I mean, it's not.
I mean, I could never hear my mother's accent. I could never... Like,
Yeah,
people...
'cause
like
you just grow up with it.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, your mother's voice doesn't have an accent. It's just your mother's voice. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, so it's...
My mother has a British accent, and I stand by that.
Does
yeah.
she really?
Do you notice
Yeah.
it, though? Like, I mean, like... like-
yeah, when she says, because it's just funny too. Like with her personality, she's like, "Oh, things are such a nightmare." Like when she whines, she's so British.
Well, yeah. That's all I hear when I hear a British say,
That's
blah, blah.
that's a thing that you do. Like when you're being like extra polite to a stranger, that's when your twang comes out.
Yeah.
You're like, "Thank you, ma'am."
Yeah. I mean, I don't sound like that, but...
You do. You do.
No, I don't. I would say I have a kind of a more cool, sexy cowboy vibe.
Red Dead Redemption,
Yeah,
gunslinger, backwater.
Backwater.
I'm just gonna keep
I,
throwing
you know,
that out
I don't know.
there. You do have it a little more when you're on stage.
Yeah, that's for sure true. Yeah, like I mean, I have
Fake.
I have,
Fake.
I have a draw, like
Yes. You do have a draw.
and that's like performing. People would notice it, but like it kind of became this tool for me to make the audience pay attention without having to like beat them into submission. Like because I would just like intentionally go longer on a like. I say fine, like it's a little long. Like I'd say something like that where they would be like, "Oh, it makes them listen just because something
Yeah.
has changed."
It's interesting.
Yeah, well, it's like I've equated it to like when you're in a restaurant and you just hear them, like if the music goes off and
Yep.
you kind of just like the ambient has changed
Yeah.
to them, so it forces them to notice for a moment, and that's when you. So it kind of like I definitely lean into it a little bit on stage, but not.
I would too. I would love
yeah.
to sound even just like a man would be great to
You
sound on
kind of
stage.
sound like a man.
Hey, you are.
Oh my god, that's the nicest thing you've ever said
Yeah.
to
No, but it's
me.
anything that also enhances your personality makes people feel closer to you.
for sure.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
curating to a particular person
Yeah.
instead of it just being generic.
And when I go home, when I come back, people notice it more too. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like my mother would do that when she would go home and see her sisters. Like she would come back and it was fucking almost unintelligible how thick her accent got. Like that was the only time I ever really know. And she would use like the slang and everything. Like
Yeah.
When I
which
go
just
to
made her so
Sophia
happy.
Vergara.
Yeah.
When I go to
That's
upstate New
pretty
York,
great.
sometimes I pick it up too,
Yeah.
like with my cousins. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, sure,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
type
on
of
my
thing.
mom's side.
Yeah.
But what is upstate? Is like a Minnesota thing?
It's kind of like a Minnesota thing, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that accent suits you way too well.
Do you think I should start doing this on stage instead?
Yeah, because they're all like all the people in Minnesota are like, like Norwegian and Nova Scotian, like they're all from that kind of descent. So
yeah,
white and blonde, like the driven snow you are. Yeah, it's nice.
They just get you just get used to it. You know, everyone else is talking like that, so you talk like that.
Oh yeah.
What's interesting though is Lizzie's from upstate New York, and she doesn't talk like this. She talks like she's from Long Island.
Yeah. Awful.
Lizzie Cassidy, friend of the pod.
I love Lizzie, but Long Island. Ugh.
Yeah, I think everyone feels that way.
Yeah.
I was
not people from Long Island though. They fucking.
I was up. Yeah. Well, I mean, of
Stockholm
course not.
syndrome.
Yeah. I was up for jury duty, and it was a police brutality case. So obviously, you know, they did it. And when it came time for me to be, they were like, "Do you have any biases?" And I was like, "Police brutality is real, and I'm sure they did it. And I wish the plaintiff all the luck in the world and getting a bunch of money for being beaten up for no reason." They shot BB guns at this guy when he was sitting in his cell after they arrested him for no reason.
Oh, like for funsies?
Yeah.
Oh.
They also...
Well, that's like...
Jesus Christ.
They also...
Quick question. Would you rather be a basketball or a glove?
They also
shoot from the hip.
The name of one of the cops that did this. They broke in illegally with no warrant. They threw this guy to the ground and separated his shoulder. They shot BB guns at him, but the defense was trying to keep the nickname of one of the cops out of the courtroom so that the jury wouldn't hear it, which is Bullet Head, and he has the second most payouts for police brutality in the history of the NYPD. It's like $1.2 million.
God,
and
you know who else was
he's
nicknamed Bullet Head?
You?
No, Don Rickles.
What?
Yeah. Frank Sinatra used to call him Bullet Head.
Why?
Because look at Don Rickles' head. You know, it's kind of like
okay.
Yeah. Because Don Rickles was.
It's not like a comedy.
Because he was also into police brutality.
Yeah, he was also into police brutality. Yeah, I mean, you could say he was racist because he was.
Because he was.
Yeah. I mean, he made fun of everyone. So, too. Yeah. That was his out on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So totally fair.
No, I mean, I still love Don Rickles. Like, I love the act. It's so dumb and fun.
Yeah. Fair enough.
The documentary they did that was done on him called Mr. Warmth is a fantastic comedy documentary. Yeah. Because people you really fall in love with him. It's like he's so genuine and sincere, and his speech at some kind of comedy benefit event, he got some kind of Lifetime comedy where people were just bawling because he was talking about we're the luckiest people in the world. Like Maya Rudolph was crying.
Oh,
yeah, it was really sweet.
I love her.
Damn.
Yeah.
Maya Rudolph, friend of the pod.
Yeah, definitely. Text her right after Mark Maron.
I'll be happy to, but she's so busy right now because they're on strike.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Busy just not texting other people.
Have you watched her Apple TV show?
I have not, and I should because my actual good friend is on the show.
Who?
Funch is on it.
Funch is on it. Good for him.
Yeah.
Man, he's killing it.
He does well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, we knew him back in the day, huh?
Yeah. Used to share hotel rooms with that guy and everything. Yeah.
Which kind? Nice
shared
ones?
Hotel rooms with you. No, we were in bad hotel rooms.
Yeah.
You finally took a step up sharing hotel rooms with me.
Yep.
Listening to Shane snore like
it's not that bad.
Never heard before in my life.
Is it?
Well, you also said, I was like, was I snoring a lot? She goes, last night you snored a lot. Today when you took your nap, you didn't snore at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
so maybe that's
so
the
weird.
key is next time you guys are in a hotel room together, you just take a series of naps.
It's also it's also possible.
I'm not going to be in a hotel with Maria ever again.
That's what you think.
Also,
I'm going to be the tail that you have on you everywhere you go.
God damn it. I probably.
You get what you ask for.
Maria.
You get what you ask for.
I didn't ask for it.
That would be hilarious. If we
get out of here.
That'd be hilarious.
Not okay. Not okay touching.
If we
you saw it.
That's what I get canceled for, touching Shane.
You can't, you couldn't edit this video.
No, I'd have to be important enough to get canceled. Okay. So, but if I
That's true.
okay, that's enough. But
that's
if I
how you get important.
but if I
That's also true.
that'd be great. If we travel places together, which is already a nightmare for you, but you make me sit rows back on the plane so that you establish your dominance.
I
we keep
honest
back
to God,
planes.
this is true. I think one of the reasons I went through my last breakup with my ex that lived in Minnesota.
It's because she flew economy.
She was like, if we're traveling together, you're sitting by me. And I was like, yeah, of course. But if I get upgraded, I'm getting.
Oh man, this is controversial.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
It is. Not.
I agree with.
It's not. It shouldn't be. I fly so much.
No, I get why you would get upgrades. Like,
yeah,
that's
no. But she was like, you need to sit by me, and I was like, no. I was like, of course I will, but like if I get an upgrade, you would take an upgrade. And she was like, no, I wouldn't. I was like, yes, you would. It's so much better than sitting back there with you. Like,
I think it's.
But we got. She was like, and I was like, do you understand that the upgrade for somebody who flies all the time is not about it being nice. It's about it being easier. Meaning like. You're tired. Like if you're flying all the time, you just want it to be easy. You don't care about. Like,
I can respect that if like you guys are traveling somewhere and you are doing it for work, like you're going to perform. I think for me, the biggest thing would be how long is the flight? Because like if it's like 5 hours or less, totally, whatever, don't care. But if you're like going to Europe or Asia together or something, and you're gonna leave me alone to not be able to hang out for like 12 hours, like
I'm all for that.
I'm gonna have.
I don't need to be hanging out.
I'm going in Gracie.
I don't need to be hanging out with anyone on a plane. First of all, I'm sleeping. I'm watching. You're the least cool part of this whole flight. Second of all, I feel like that is such a succinct metaphor for like selflessness in a relationship, right? It's like you want the other person to be like, I'll miss you,
fuck
but like I want you to
this
succeed.
is such a better like. Would you rather than the bat, the tail?
Exactly.
No, In fact, I'm about to ask you again.
Also, the anonymity you have with a stranger on a flight of being like, I fucking hate this person. I have to sit next to him for 14 hours. I don't want to have that with you on carry 14 hours of flight angst into a 2-week trip through Europe. If I'm like, Maria was fucking unbearable.
Yeah, but then also it could
she kept asking me like I would start my movie and she'd be like, what are you watching? We can watch together.
Wait,
and I'm like,
wait, I'm not like that.
You're
That's weird.
of course you would be like.
I'm not like that at all.
This is what I picture you doing.
Remember our flight to Portugal?
I picture you finishing a book and then
I love that you think I read. Go on.
Yeah, finishing whatever's occupying you, which is probably like Wordle or some horse shit.
Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, and then
a
being like
puzzle. It's just a triangle.
And it starts like, I'm you, you're me. Okay.
He's talking to Gracie.
Okay. All right. I'm Shane.
I'm Maria, and I've just finished my Wordle.
What, Maria?
Yeah.
He's tapping.
What the fuck?
He's
you
tapping
want?
Gracie.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hey, so when we get there, and I'll be like, yeah, sure, we answered.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go back to my movie now.
Yeah.
I would never interrupt.
Hold on.
This is a
You're not here.
role play.
You're not here.
You're the pilot.
Please. Yeah, she doesn't know how planes work. I already established that.
Fucking hate you.
And then I picture you just starting to touch my screen because you're bored. So like, just being like, and then I'd be like, what are you doing? And you'd be like, just talk to me. And then I'd be like, what about what? I'm watching a movie. And then this is what I think you would do.
I love this version of Maria.
And then this is also what I think happens. I
hate him.
Gracie me gets up to go to the bathroom and the drink cart comes by and she's like, he doesn't want anything. Like,
and then you're like, I'm never turning down business class ever.
And then you
again.
have but I'll take it. Then you get your snacks. I have nothing. And then later you pull out of your pocket seat, you pull out the snacks that were for me, and you're like, I'm still hungry. I'm looking at. I think you have so many plans. You're you're crafty. So
I appreciate being called crafty, but I love that you think I'm this diabolical. I
know you to be this diabolical.
I am the sweetest woman alive. I would panic trying to select your treats and drink, hoping it was the right thing that you wanted, and have it prepared for you when you got back from the bathroom. That's 100%
which is even more annoying.
Which I have.
What's your angle?
I have an angle on a trip you're taking together.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right.
He better propose. I put out his goldfish crackers.
They don't get fucking goldfish crackers on planes.
Yes, they do.
They do not.
100% they do.
Not on
do
international flights.
It's like pretzels and fucking nuts.
There are goldfish crackers. There's so much stuff on the plane. The options now, at least when you get upgraded, are. Great. I mean, it's like they have like a basket of treats that you would get from like
Let me put it this
stuff
way.
you would get at Whole Foods.
If I acted the way that you're saying I acted, let's just say that I do,
Which you do.
for the sake of the
Sorry,
argument.
I'm
okay.
just now.
This is almost like her admitting
you
it.
do realize what's going to happen to you. I'm just going to come up and bother you in first class and poke you.
I would, if you came up to first class and bothered me, I am not joking. I would be like, stewardess, this woman keeps coming up here.
Arrest her.
Attendant, not stewardess, sorry. I'd be like, sir, to the male flight attendant.
Equality.
Like,
Excuse me, what are your pronouns?
This
I need to complain.
unstable blonde woman is coming up here, who I don't know.
I'm a very established comedian, so she must be a crazed
Look, I
fan.
like-
This fan won't leave me alone.
Yeah, that'd be the way I would do it. It's like, I don't know, like an asshole, but some people know who I am in public. This woman keeps looking at me and bothering me, and I feel uncomfortable. So if she comes up here, will you just run interference? Yeah.
Do whatever you got.
Yeah,
do.
I stand by what I said. 5 or less hours, don't care. Go up to the front. But if it's like a long flight and like we're going together, it also depends if
If
it's
we were flying,
romantic.
if
Like
we were
with
flying to
you-
New Jersey, I would fucking absolutely still sit in the front. No.
But New Jersey qualifies under 5 hours.
My point being, if it was short or long,
Yeah. I'm turning this off because I'm cold.
The
Do you wanna-
podca- the
can I-
podcast?
do I have do I have permission to touch you?
yeah. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. I get
Yeah,
very,
little-
very cold.
But
Yeah.
do that again, both of you at the same time. Yeah.
Are you feeling the energy flow between
Yeah,
the two of us?
It's a current of anxiety.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not anxious.
It's constant. I'm always anxious. Can
Yeah,
you tell?
I have. a
It's
lot of that.
constantly me. It's Maria like standing there, and then me being like the teeniest, most annoying fire hose. And she's like, "Why are you?" And I'm like, "You asked me to co-host with you, and now this is what you get." Fire hose.
Oh my God.
It's our new segment called Fire Hose.
Yeah. Would you rather be a fire hose or a really annoying fire hose? Would you rather be on or
Because
off?
I'm.
If you're gonna be a
both.
hydrant or a manhole cover,
Would you rather be
I'm
two
starting a
girls or
spin-off
one cup?
podcast. It's literally just
Oh my God.
5 minutes of would you rather.
hey, would you rather be a chest of drawers or a closet?
I hate that when you said that, I immediately had an answer. Like, that's the worst part.
Are we gonna get into it?
No, we're not going to get into it. I thought you had a question for him.
Oh, I already used my shoot from the hip thing.
Okay.
I don't know if I
You only
have an
do it
advice
once?
question. Yeah, I try to keep it down because I usually inadvertently say something problematic where I'm not trying to shoot from the hip.
Yeah, like what
So-
you guys said about the airline seats is for sure problematic.
What?
Yeah.
What did I say?
That you would take an upgrade for a long flight. That's
Okay,
problematic.
problematic.
Cancelable.
Jesus, Hannah Gadsby.
Hannah Gadsby, friend of the pod.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have-
I just.
It's not. I'm obviously joking.
No.
No.
You're
No,
not
I'm
joking.
Shane. And I've gotten into my voice where I'm going to talk down to you now.
First of all, I'm always talking down to you because you're not as smart as me.
Which is always something said
Do I
by
have
super
really have a
smart
tonal
people.
shift like that when I'm about to say something?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's like a
Yeah.
lean.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're nailing it. So I'm assuming you thought about this.
That's the best way I could describe like the tonal change. First of all,
Yeah, so I mean, you're nailing it. So I think it's a thing you've noticed, and not
Yeah.
only noticed, but then you sit around and
Perfected.
think about, it, and you're like, "Fucking Shane."
because you're an established
Practices in the
comedian, I think
mirror.
about everything you
Yeah,
do.
she goes in the mirror. She's like, "Fucking." Okay, so it's gonna be like, I was like, "Well, do you want to get coffee?" It's like, "No, I don't want to get coffee."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're in the mirror, like,
You have two of them. There's one, that one's the more whimsical one when you're like clearly, like trying to be silly. And the other one, you're also being silly, but you're trying to sell it as though you're being serious.
yes, I do have. I have other ones too.
Shane,
that
I think
haven't-
she's in love with you.
She probably looks in that mirror, is like, Mr. and Mrs. Shane.
Yeah, with like a heart
Yeah, yeah,
lipstick
yeah.
around
like,
it.
in my, like a heart in my
Yeah.
chest.
Shane and I are so glad you came today.
She has a pillow, Shane.
Yeah.
I told Shane I might be getting a job where I make more money, like you and I were talking about, and he
Yeah.
was like, "Good, you can finally take care of me."
No, I've already called her on that. I'm like, I'm gonna live here. I'm
With
gonna
her?
just if she
Yeah.
makes more money. I don't know how that would exactly solve anyone's
realize,
problems.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could just live in your own apartment and I could just give you money.
Oh my god, a sugar
Then you wouldn't have to be around her all the time.
Thank you.
It'd be like a flight that's less than 6 hours.
You know what? I think with all this negging, you might also be in love with Maria. I think
Yeah.
this just became a matchmaking
First of all,
pod.
nothing could be further from the truth. I shared a hotel room with her, and
She snores.
I'm not the one who needs a CPAP machine.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So
I don't
whatever.
need a CPAP. I got checked.
You got checked?
Yeah, or like tested or whatever.
How do you get tested?
They do a study.
And
You go and you
they
go in
said,
and
they
sleep.
just said your snoring's great. We love it.
You don't.
No notes.
Yeah, just put it in a transcript, and you'll have 5 minutes to do what you want on Letterman with it. Yeah. No, you go and they study. Like some people snore, and some people have sleep, or like and have sleep and snoring and sleep
Sleep
apnea
apnea.
are not the same thing. you know?
Really? I
No.
thought that it was some
No.
version of sleep apnea.
No. Thank you for
Interesting.
saying
Brandon
that. though.
Sagalo, a friend of the pod, has a lot of sleep apnea jokes.
Yeah.
That's it. That's my 2 cents. That's my really,
That's-
really
that's gonna
valuable
be-
way in.
I'm gonna do a lot of bits about that.
That's
too
gonna be
now.
the clip. It's just
The
me
worst
saying
clip
that.
of all time to say
and
Brendan
And
Sagalow.
No.
then I'm sitting here, and people are like, "Is that Brendan Sagal?"
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
45 seconds of silence.
Him and I do not look alike.
No. You
But
don't.
but people, I could see people being like, "Yeah, that could be Brendan Sagal." Like,
No.
it's so weird. We're very,
No, you'd have to have the slick back hair and the nose piercing.
yeah. I have,
You know?
I could slick back the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should get a nose piercing. Let's go get pierced together.
Maria and I are septum babies together.
And you're a
Septum
baby
partner.
too. Andrea too. Oh yeah, plug
a
it.
warrior
plug it in.
thing.
I had an eyebrow ring.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh, because that's like a metal. You're a metal baby.
the only thing. The
you
only
don't know
thing-
about that term?
The only thing worse.
Oh, it's really, really cool. And I did definitely just come up with it. Metal baby. Yeah.
The only
I actually
thing-
got you a t-shirt.
The only thing worse than an eyebrow ring is one of those like piercings right below the bottom lip. Those are the worst.
Yeah.
I'm cool with you piercing something as long as it's a pierceable thing. I get really tripped up if
when they
it's like
just have
a
it on the
random,
skin?
like it's like a cheek. It's like,
I
no, that's
always
not
the
a
Monroe
thing.
when people were when women
Yeah,
were
I
doing,
do like the Monroe.
Yeah, I think
This
And
one,
here's the
I
thing
just
is,
feel
like-
like this one would drive you nuts having it like right below your
Aw.
lip. Like
I think the thing is like on certain people, just certain things look great. Like
Yeah.
you both all three of you look really good with septum. You know, but like if I did it, it would not look good. You
you
know,
know who it looks good on because you never see it on men is Jack Comstock. I think he looks really,
Yeah,
I think he
yes,
looks really
yeah,
good with a
yeah.
septum. Jack Comstock, friend of the pod.
Yeah.
I
But my
see,
point, like,
yeah.
it's just like sometimes it's about the look. Like my eyebrow ring did not look good. Was just a thing I had for like a year. But
The
Why'd you get
post-breakup
Why'd you
thing,
get
I
rid of it?
assume.
What
I
happened?
didn't. My little brother tore it out of my head.
Tore it.
Yeah.
Tor, is it? I'm so sorry. It came out before I could stop it.
Oh my god.
God, I hate myself. Okay, continue.
Yeah, we were like wrestling. I mean, like when I say little brother, he's like a year younger than me.
Oh, but
yeah.
he didn't do it on purpose. It just came. out.
No, he did. Yeah, no, we got it. Yeah, he gave it a yank.
Does that mean that it like ripped your skin all the way through?
I think it was on this side. I know I have like a very. You can't really see it, but there's a very small scar.
You have nice eyebrows.
What'd you do to warrant
I mean,
that?
it was like we were just. Like,
You're really not going to
fucking
say
around.
thank
Oh,
you?
yeah.
I just gave you a compliment, you shithead.
I interrupted.
This is why I would not sit next to you. Cool. I got great eyebrow. I've been told I have great eyebrows. Wanna fuck? That was the thing I used to like because unfortunately,
Still
I guess.
hasn't said thank you.
Well,
just for the
I
record.
was.
Well, now he's not gonna.
I was also.
I know.
Look, you still haven't apologized for striking me.
And not going to.
Strike-
Thank you for saying I have nice eyebrows.
You're
Now-
welcome.
Now
No,
I'm
stop
probably going to be
hitting me.
floating for the rest of the day. I used to like. I get told that I have nice eyes, which is a nice thing to hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have great eyes.
Thank you.
They're
But-
piercing.
It was
In
like
a
the only
bad
thing I was
way.
getting complimented. If you want a piercing in a bad way, I was lying about the septum thing. All of you look hideous.
Whoa.
Speaking of piercing.
Whoa, why would you tag Gracie and Andrea? I'm the only one being a bitch right
Yeah, I don't
now.
care.
know, I
One
love
piercing,
it.
one septum. You're all the same to me now. I'm bigoted against
Not
people
like
with septum.
before when you could definitely differentiate women.
Yes. Point being, where was I going before
Your
I was
piercing
interrupted
blue eyes.
7 times? I was
One more time.
One more time. She thinks she would not touch my screen in this.
No, absolutely.
100%. You just said one
You'd be
more.
turning it on and off, and then she'd be pressing
I
the
have
flight
never
attendant button.
touched someone else's movie screen. I would never interrupt a movie because like you're having this like great experience, like, and you're in the narrative.
Watching Rush Hour
Maria.
2. You know, you're in the world.
That's a good movie.
It's actually a really good movie.
That movie is a
I
good
was
movie.
watching
Yeah,
it.
it is. I love that part
watching
where,
it
like-
the other night, actually.
I think Chris Tucker's so underrated.
He's great in those
Yeah.
movies.
He's really broke, I heard.
I think he's probably fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris
Okay,
Tucker.
good.
Chris Tucker's not going to go hungry. Chris Tucker owns his house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll manage.
He didn't pay taxes. He was one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
That scene in Rush Hour 2. I can't remember the actress's name, but she was the younger female, not Michelle Yeoh in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah. But there's scene. He goes. He's just like he has to fight her.
Yeah.
And he like she's like kicking his ass, and then he kind of like gets behind her and holds her. And he goes,
He, like,
"You
smells her.
smell good."
Damn, you smell
You're a
good.
villain, a very beautiful villain. I would like to take to the movies.
God.
So it is
Yeah.
really good. That Shanghai Noon. Shanghai Nights?
Shanghai Noon. You're making some jumps.
I am.
You're making some jumps
I'm
from
just going-
Jackie Chan's partner Chris Tucker to Jackie Chan's partner Owen Wilson.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in the same category.
No.
Wait, you didn't finish your comment on your
Oh, that was the
piercing
only
blue
thing I would get
eyes.
compliments on.
Piercing
I
blue
would feel
eyes.
like that I would notice.
Well, now you have a second thing. So
Yeah,
You have a lot of
You're
complimentable
welcome.
features. Eyebrow, hair. Your hair is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But like it was the
Thank
thing.
you. He thanked me.
Yeah. You also didn't hit me.
not yet.
Jeez.
Okay, do I have your consent to hit you?
My point, it was the only thing I would get compliments on, or I felt like I was noticing, and then that was getting noticed. That was like complimentary, and I started to resent that people.
Sure.
Would, yeah, like and be like. One time, this girl goes, "You have such beautiful." I was like, "Arms?" I just cut her off, even though I knew she was going to say eyes. I was like, "You probably meant my arms, huh?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I had sex with her.
Yeah.
Andrea goes, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it worked. Yeah. Called her on her bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever
wet
gotten
for you.
Tired of someone. I don't think I've had a.
It's crazy to me to think that women have gotten wet because of me.
Oh, that's not fair.
No, I'm just like.
I love that that's
I
the
don't
thing.
know, like,
You're laughing about. You're like, I am ridiculous.
Can
It
I?
is like the shit I talk about on stage. Like you fuck that, like you like not even fuck it, but like it. It's
I
just-
Yeah.
love. He has an ass eating bit right now that I really love, and he's like, I can't. I'm going to paraphrase.
Shane
it
or Brandon
horribly.
Sagalow? Sorry.
Both of them. I mean,
Okay.
there's no way Brendan Sagalow doesn't have a bit about ass eating.
Yeah, sure.
I'm Brendan Shanelo.
Oh boy.
It's almost as good as Torres did it out.
But he's like, he says something along the lines of like, I can't. Well, you do the line. You're like, I can't.
The
I don't.
closing part.
You're like the part where you're not good at the front.
Where they're like someone. The joke is, well, my friend says, "You're not eating ass yet," and I was like, "No, I'm not." And to be honest, I was having enough trouble with the front. I think that's the only thing I've sit down to try and eat that I haven't finished.
Oh, it's right there. It's so good, and I've never heard it before.
Yeah.
So funny.
I
Yeah,
just
I don't
love the
even
idea
like
of
that
calling
joke.
it the front.
Yeah, because it's dumb.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's one of those. That is a word in that bit you can really hear my drawl.
Yeah.
because I'll be like,
front.
yeah, the
front.
yeah. And to be honest, I was having enough trouble with the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
It's
even
so
getting
fucking
that
funny.
tea out.
I hate that you don't like that bit because I love that bit.
It's
it's
just like
so good.
ass. Everybody has an ass eating bit right now.
I don't
It's
have
like
an ass eating
I
bit.
don't have an ass eating bit.
Or no,
I
I
have
d-
way
I have
too
a-
many other
I have an-
sexual.
I mean,
like,
I
it's a female comedian. I don't need to give the incels another reason.
I have
to
an old. I
threaten
have an
my
older
death.
one that I used to do where like someone. I was like, I'm going to a party, or I was going to a party. This is Jordan Temple, but who cares? Friend of the pod. But I was like,
he told me he doesn't like you.
I was going to a party and he was like, "Oh, great! Like, could you bring cocaine?" And I was like, "No, cocaine is like ass eating. Like, women don't
Yeah.
give it, they receive it.
Just off the top. I like that.
Yeah.
Write that down. I think that'll
that is true.
yeah. Like say that exact thing.
Yeah, I've never eaten ass.
I know.
Andrea's
I know.
shocked. She goes, "Of course."
I do a lot of.
It's going off, and I don't want to.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I do a lot of other. My thing is,
Would you eat out a girl's ass?
Yes.
Me too.
I would be way more likely to do that. It's something with like a straight man's butthole, but I do a lot of other
It's
like
good to know
weird
that
shit.
this is like common. Like.
Well, it's not that common because Andrea thinks we're losers for not doing it.
I do know a lot.
Do not want to
eat a man's ass.
Yeah.
Men also don't shave, so you also have ass hair.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
but like, I mean, I
wax.
go down on women who don't shave. You know, like
I don't think that pussy hair and ass hair, like ass hair.
Okay,
has
I
had
thought we
poop
said no
passed
more
through it.
would you rathers.
yeah.
This is not a would you rather.
So in this scenario, which one of these is the plain tail that I can?
Well, it's the one that's a tail, so it's obviously the back.
yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. of
And
course.
then the labias are the wings.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
yes,
Yeah.
I know what the labia.
We nailed
is.
it. Now, see, now we're testing who likes to eat pussy and who likes to eat ass when we ask that question. But we'll let them know at the end. Like, whichever way they
Oh,
answer.
gotcha.
We'll be like,
wings
"Ha-ha,
or
you like to eat
tail."
ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's subconscious.
Where were we at?
You were saying that it's interesting to find out that three of us.
Oh yeah, because
don't
part
like
of that
to eat ass.
joke, the front of it now, or one part of it is that like, it's like I say I know no one wants to do it to me. It's like my problem is that I know no one. It's like I don't even want someone to do it to me. I just want someone to want
to do it to me. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can at least decline. It's
Yeah,
like
well,
it's like
just
being
like-
invited to a party.
yeah.
You're like, I don't want to go out, but I'd
But I
like
would
that
like to be
And which is the
invited.
most-
Yeah.
Which is the reason I do it is because it's like the most selfish way to think.
Yeah.
is for me to
Yeah.
be like I would like to be invited, but I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Is like a very selfish way to think. So like
Yeah.
I'm like, this is why I'm not selfish, and then I just eat someone's ass.
And then you're like,
Mhm.
I like congratulate yourself in
yeah,
your
yeah.
head.
Like, I'm a really good person. Now I
Yeah.
have
I
to go
think
brush
when
my
you
teeth.
say so I eat someone's
I
ass,
think-
it's not even like during sex. Like when you say so I just eat someone's ass, that just makes me think you're walking down the street.
Yeah.
You're like, hello,
Yeah.
incoming.
So I'm getting a cup of coffee, and I end up just eating someone's ass.
I think I could definitely be talked into eating a guy's ass. Like, he's just out of the shower. Obviously, I think.
Oh
that's-
yeah, there's like a scrub up.
Yeah.
real.
yeah.
You're going through one of those.
You prep. You
yeah,
prep.
You're going
Which-
through one of those drive-through car washes.
Yeah.
hard.
But like if that's the
But
then
also,
that
it would
makes
need
it
to be like a
less
long-term
sexy
relationship.
in itself. Like if someone's like surgeon hands scrubbing up and then they come out and they're like, I'm ready. You're like,
Well, but you're
woo.
just doing it before sex, so you don't have to come out and be like, now it's time to eat my ass.
like, it's-
you just
it's
get on like the surgery table.
fucking hazmat
It's
suit with a
It's
flap in the
it's like-
back.
that's like
You're wearing a dental dam on your face.
yeah, like that's the kind of like maintenance of like you're like, okay, I'm going to the gym to use the shower so I can
Yeah.
the disability shower so I can get underneath me. And, like, really get in there and scrub out the undercarriage.
all the undercarriage, the nooks and crannies.
Yes, the corners.
Yeah, I like to. I also don't like butt stuff more than like a fingy. I don't like.
Fingy.
I've given up on full blown
Anal sex.
I don't, and I've accepted it. I'm like, I will do a lot of other crazy things. I will do like wigs, choking, deep throating, whatever. Do we keep going? Being tied up. Andrea's really impressed right now.
Yeah.
You know, but I overcompensate because it hurts. It hurts. I don't want to do
If you
it.
have,
I've
which
never
is-
done it.
which is fine.
And then people are like, but you're not giving it the chance. It's like, yeah, I'm busy. I don't have time
I'm
to
busy.
train
What are you,
my
building
asshole.
spreadsheets?
Yes.
Yeah.
a lot of
she actually loves a spreadsheet.
I love a good
But
spreadsheet. I had a
honestly,
spreadsheet for my anal training.
I will say I used to have the same point of view on anal sex, and then I had it with someone who
This is
who
every-
appropriately warmed me up,
I hate
And the-
everyone says
and then it
this.
was actually like kind of enjoyable. However, then don't fucking do it if you don't want to do it.
Yeah, I think you're kind of being a bitch.
If I'm being- honestly, you're being mean.
Just let somebody fuck you in your pooper.
No wonder you don't have a husband.
Christ.
Oh my God.
Because women.
Have fun with your spreadsheets. No, I think
Just let a guy get up in your spreadsheet.
I've
you know?
never done it, and I don't like. I'm sure I would do it, but I've also it's not like a thing I'm ever really thinking about, and it's definitely not a thing I'm thinking about trying to initiate ever either. You know what I mean? Like that's the other thing. It's like because it just seems like if I was going to do that with someone, they would be like wanting me to do like more than like in a way of like. It's not such a thing for me that I want to try.
Their idea.
It.
Yeah.
I mean, but then sometimes you get hot and heavy, and you're like, I didn't know I was going to do that.
Yeah.
Like,
Whoa.
like, I could see it also just
shooting from the hip, shooting from the ass.
I've heard a lot of guys though, including my ex, be like, honestly, it's fine. They're like, it's just another vagina, like. Whatever.
But like worse because there's no lube.
Yeah.
Well, you do a big loop.
I know, but it's like I don't know.
Yeah, if you're not interested, you're not interested. Who cares?
No one's asking me about this. This is just a chip on my shoulder that I have. It makes me feel the less than, It makes me feel,
Is that real?
Would you rather have anal sex or eat a man's ass?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Gosh, that's a good
This
one.
is the clip.
That's the one that we should be asking instead of tails or wings. I would say eat a man's ass because anal is just too painful. Okay. So it's like emotional discomfort versus physical discomfort.
Poop all over your mouth.
No, I would hose him down.
All over a guy's dick.
I would wax him. I have waxing strips at home.
You would wax him, or he
his
would wax
butthole.
Yeah, or he would.
He would wax his own butthole. I would help him if he couldn't.
That would be
reach.
That would be a fun kink.
This is taking all the sexual energy out of any. If I was like, hey, will you get hey, shave my back before we fuck.
Oh my god.
So, no. I was like, even if I was like, I want someone to eat my asshole so badly, if they were like, okay, but I'm gonna wax it. You're not I'm waxing. I'd be like, this is out of the question.
That could be a total kink, though. Is like waxing.
I'm sure it is. It's this fucking world we're in now.
It's it's too kink forward. I think we need to go back in the closet with some of our kinks.
That would be your hot take, you idiot.
It is. I was hanging out with and this is someone who's going out with a poly man who's living with his wife and his wife's girlfriend, and I went into his bathroom the other day, and I recently saw, and he seems like the most sane person that I've ever dated so far. I am sure he'll be the fourth person I have to block on all channels. But dark. I went into his bathroom, and this time I just saw a bowl of butt plug tails. Just a bowl of, and I'm like, these are things that we should.
There's something about volume with sex toys where,
like, I ran out of room in my closet. They just have to overflow.
Well, sorry, I went to my storage unit and I needed a few things.
Can we also say we know why she keeps asking about tails?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's so weird. That gets gross.
Gracie Elizabeth Canaan. This is disgusting.
Has that
ever happened to you that you have like your vibrator out or like a dildo out when someone comes over and you forgot that it's like laying on your bed or something like that?
Yeah, but it actually, the last person I had over, the only person I had over, we were hooking up on the bed, and I like felt the vibrator in my bed from the night before, and I like grabbed when I was using it, and I just
is that what it was from?
Yeah. When I was grabbing it, and then I was
like reading up. I was just trying to get the model number so I could register it for a warranty. It was
so I could connect it to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yes, I was using it to pleasure myself, and this guy and I were hooking up, and I kind of felt it, and I was like, "Oh, great!" And then I just like started using it.
Mine was that I had mine in the sink in the bathroom to wash it, forgot about it, and my friend came over to go for a run, and she's like, "Maria."
Well, at least you're washing it.
Another time, my landlord
like...
came in without permission, and when I came home, like I noticed because like my laundry basket's removed, and so I texted him. I was like, "Did you come into my apartment?" And he's like, "Yeah." And it's like, "Oh, you fucking saw my vibrator in my bed. Like, it's not even legal to do that." I was so mad.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, it's better to see it in your bed or your sink than like in a jar of mayonnaise or something.
What?
You know? Like if someone comes in and they're like, "That's a fucking weird place."
Shane, you have to know that this is who Gracie is. That she.
I like it.
He's only saying that to appease you because it annoys me.
No. It's weird.
A jar of mayonnaise.
This also seems like something I would say.
Putting it, like I'm saying, like if someone came in and sees your vibrator in this, like washing it or in the bed, those are the places it's supposed to be. creepy. But it's embarrassing if they came in and saw your vibrator doing something real weird.
Like if there were like
example,
two dinner settings and your vibrator's at one of them.
Like that's what I mean. That's like everyone.
You know, we've had a lovely evening, and you take 2 bites out of their food, so it seems even realer, like they ate a little bit.
Yeah, then that's odd. But just seeing someone
I'm
like
gonna do this for a sketch.
When vibrators get way too. Yeah, sorry, Shane. You're. I don't think vibrator in a jar of mayonnaise is that weird. But
I don't think so either.
can't tell.
I can actually visually, I see it.
Yeah, right. Just kind of like in a
too,
half.
but I wish I didn't.
Now, do you guys see it? Vibrator in the jar?
Yeah, kind of half-empty jar.
Because in mine, the jar is over the vibrator, and it's like all kind of coming out on it.
That's interesting.
Well, no, because a lot of times you don't necessarily want the handle to get compromised, because if the mayonnaise gets into the buttons and stuff like that.
Sure,
Yeah.
Really
I'm thinking of it more in a. I guess I'm picturing
artistic.
a dildo really more than a vibrator.
No, I'm picturing it like a spoon in a jar of peanut butter. You
Yeah,
know,
no,
like someone's just eating
I'm
straight from
spooning
it.
it.
This probably says like how lazy a lover I am when you think about it. I'm just like, well,
You're on top.
The vagina mayonnaise is on top.
And I'm just laying there.
Yeah.
Would you take it in the ass?
No, I don't think so.
Why? Because you're homophobic.
Yes. This has been some podcast. No, I don't know. Because, I don't... Honestly, outside of a woman, having her hands on my ass, I've never had any...
You've never had a finger?
No, no one's done that.
Yeah.
You know, And I don't know what I would do. I don't think I would care, but I don't know how comfortable I just don't know.
No one's inched towards it? Sorry, anyway, I'm gesturing.
Inched. So creepy.
This is what I deal with.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Inched. Oh,
I don't know how to be anything else.
I like it. I'm just telling you, it's weird. No, I mean, I've had women have their hands on my ass when we're fucking or whatever, but and squeezing and pulling up, but never
pulling.
Well, pulling, we're getting
yanking.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Linking your tail. I'm sorry. Keep.
No, but so I just haven't had. I don't know what I would do, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you'd either say yes or no once they got their finger.
Yeah, but I don't know which one I would go. It also depends on because sometimes you.
Well, they also need to lube up.
Yeah, when you also need
which isn't very romantic. You're just and now I will apply.
Well, whatever.
So what
you
if they have
spit on your
nails?
toilet paper.
I don't know why we have to do this right now.
Because
I hate you.
Yeah.
Is it for your butt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
See, she's fine with it.
I think it's gross.
If
We
there's
also
no,
use our pee for it. You can just wipe back because it's
that's
sterile.
weirder.
I don't think that's weird.
Andrea
isn't happy.
Why aren't you using?
All right, you little freak show over there. You're over there nodding efficiently when Gracie's like, "Yeah, that rubbing tongue and yeah." And you're like, there's some piss near my asshole.
Yeah, I'm getting judged by the man ass eater, for using something sterile to wipe my butt.
See, this just proves it's different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, strokes.
Yeah. But what my point being is there's certain things you'll do with some partners that other partners try and they don't. You know, it's not uniform. It's
it's very particular.
That's what makes great sex great, and then sex too.
Yeah, there was one guy that I was sleeping with, and slut, and
I was trying to think of a joke,
grip.
but yeah.
but you couldn't.
But we're
'cause
just
you don't know
happy
how to
for
write
you,
jokes.
really.
But and I was talking to my friend, and it doesn't even matter what the thing was, and I was like, I would never do A, but I would with this guy. It's just this. It's just the energy. You know
if it happens,
it's just hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Afterwards, you're like, what just happened?
Yeah,
Who am I?
It's fucking, there's fluid everywhere.
Did we order Grubhub in the heat of the moment? What's happening?
Yeah, there's those moments where you're just so that was nuts, right? yeah, when you're done,
okay?
Everyone just comes, my face comes up, it's all damp. And and I was like, I know, but it was cool, right? And they're like, it was amazing. Sick.
Yeah. You're like,
Oh,
I
man.
feel like a bad person, kind of, but
Oh, I never feel that way. I'm like, that was sick.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's been a minute.
but there's that thing, you know. Sometimes it happens in the moment. So I could see myself having someone put a finger in my ass and loving it, and also being completely like, this is not. I could also see it being a thing that somebody tried once and I didn't like it and I would never do it again.
Sure.
Yeah, you know, like.
Yeah.
But that's like, I guess that's a lot of sex stuff.
What? Yeah. There was this guy that I was talking to from an app, and
Another one. What a slut.
God, I was about to say horror, but
I did not have
Gross.
sex with this guy. This guy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
This guy got blocked because he was mansplaining to me how great anal sex was, and I was like, at the time I hadn't really had it yet, and I was like, oh, I've had like a couple of fingers up there, and I didn't like 2 was too many, so I definitely like don't think I could handle a dick. I don't. And he was like, no, you would love it, and he was like going on, and I was.
And this is all over text?
Yes.
And you hadn't fucked this guy.
This was from Field, just to be clear,
Oh,
from the
okay.
Field
Yeah.
app.
Shane has a bit about it.
Shane's rolling his eyes, which is a freaky sex app. If you haven't heard of it, people listening.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was when I got it. I truly did. I thought it was
That's
just another dating.
so funny.
I was like the bit. I'm just like, it's just like, I do have a bit about it.
Yeah.
Where I go, and now it's just like I'm just reading like it's a bunch of abbreviations I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
like so it's basically just like airport codes.
You just have to have your phone out and then your
Yeah, you're
laptop
not-
up
like,
to
I don't-
cross-reference.
I was like, I went to Phoenix.
and he
I gotta
was
write that part down. I haven't
Yeah.
done that. Yeah, that's smart. I'm funny.
You're really established.
Yeah, I'm
you
very
piercing
established.
blue eyes
I'm
and
feeling-
arms.
Yeah.
Piercing
Blue
blue
arms. But
I have a Smurf-like physique.
People call me.
he was just mansplaining like how anal sex was great despite me saying I wasn't interested in it. And I was like how would you know if it's great? And he was like, because I've had lots of anal sex. And I was like, you've been penetrated, like you've received anal sex? And he was like, of course not. And I was like, then how the fuck would you know how it feels to have anal sex? And he just got furious with me. He was like, you don't know what you're talking about. And I was just like, this is so crazy.
And you guys have been dating for 5 years, right?
yeah, and now he's my boyfriend.
Seems
He's waiting in the other room to penetrate me.
Amazing.
But only anally.
Sure.
Yeah. Fucking. Well, I mean, yeah, it's his experiences. Like, I mean, he knows what it feels like, but it's also like he only knows what one end of it feels.
That's
like.
what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he doesn't have to be penetrated, which I think we can agree is the like more sensitive experience. Where
in this scenario, yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's so crazy.
Yeah, no, he's a guy who wants to fuck you in the ass.
Yeah.
and not, trying not to let you like walk out of the.
That would be
Yeah.
incredible if that was his bio. I'm the guy who wants to fuck you in the ass. Call me
in
Darren.
his defense, it's
It's
probably
just a picture of Vince Vaughn. I'm gonna be honest. I want these people to know what I want to do, but I don't want them to be able to like see me on the bus and be like, "That's the fuck me in the ass."
on the
real
bus.
pictures
On
upon
the bus.
real pictures upon anal sex.
The bus is exactly where you'd bump into that guy.
Wouldn't that be wild though? Like if you have field in like a tiny, small rural town, and so it's literally just only people you like. There's like
It's like your
four.
parents'
there's like-
friends.
There's
Yeah.
like 4 people like within your radius, and you're like, yeah, I just know all 4 of these people, and then you might actually see them on the bus.
Well, then you just all have an orgy.
Yeah.
If there's just 4 of you.
Well, you're also like,
Mobile,
if that was the
Alabama.
case, I'd be like, these two have definitely already fucked, and I don't like that one, so I'm not going sloppy sex. So I
Yeah.
would like. Roll
It's because the juju that transfers.
You've been using
Through
that
the
word a lot
fluids.
lately.
Juju.
Juju? Because
Yeah.
it's bad. There's bad juju this month. Everyone be careful.
Yeah, we talked about it.
It's not good.
There is.
There is. It's not good.
Why?
I don't know. I texted my dad about the planets and he got back
He's
to
an
me.
astrologer.
Yeah.
What?
Every time something bad is happening, I text my dad and I'm like, what's going on with the planets?
What
And
did
he's
he
like, I'll
say?
check it out.
He's an astrologer.
Yeah. We had him on the podcast. He did Maria's thing.
Is that-
he
hold
had
on.
Star chart.
sexual tension between Maria and my father.
I'm
She's
going to be
my
her
new
stepmom soon.
Yeah,
Are
she
your
showed him his
parents
ass
still
tattoo. No, my dad just went through his 3rd divorce.
Yeah,
Not
they're
to
still
brag.
together, and I'm going to steal her dad from her mom.
Clearly, you're not really gonna fuck her dad.
You don't know that. He's a silver fox.
Is he a good-looking guy?
He's fine. He's a dad.
He's a dad. He was a charmer back in the
Was
day.
he good-looking when he was younger?
Yeah, and
wait,
he's
have I
also
not told you
carries
this?
himself like
he
a
is one
Lothario.
of founders is the wrong word. He's one of the creators of
Oh.
Walker Texas Ranger.
Yeah,
I shit you not.
yeah.
Well, tell your father I owe him a great debt.
It's great because I have all of the. So my dad did that. And
They
he was
filmed a lot of
writer.
that, like near where I'm from.
No way. And then
Good, like
since
Las
they have-
Colinas, they did a lot of stuff. Out there
Oh,
with that.
nice.
Yeah.
And now Walker's come back.
Oh,
So
has it?
well, yeah, like the new redo of like Walker or whatever. But I always
didn't know
I always
that.
tell people it's
Does
like
he get residuals from that?
he does.
That's
so
great.
I know. So I always
Not
tell
if these
people.
Hollywood fat cats have their way. Join the picket lines, everyone.
How do you say his name? Is it Bob Eager or Iger?
Bob Iger.
Iger.
There we go.
That's better than Iger.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's better than eager to. You're eager to say some stupid shit a lot of the time.
He's eager to not give people their money. Okay,
Bob Iger,
okay.
friend of the pod.
enemy of the pod.
That would be crazy. Well, like I guess our most established guest was Shane Torres.
Oh, we're like,
That
we
man
really-
is established.
We
Yeah,
really
yeah.
need to give him a platform. He's been bullied a lot over the past.
Yeah,
Poor
he's
guy.
fucking $27 million
Poor guy.
potential salary.
Ridiculous.
Fucking
Absolutely ridiculous.
I think asshole's generous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evil capitalist.
So your dad. Is,
Oh yeah. So
the rest of this podcast will be questions about Walker, Texas Ranger.
he was one of 4 writers on the pilot, and because of that, he did not touch another episode. Because of that, it's like a created by title.
Yeah.
So what my thing is, like, my dad did a lot of TV writing back in the day, but he kind of burned. He's not going to listen to this. He burned a lot of bridges and mismanaged all his money. So I have all of the really like the attitude and like entitlement of a Nepo baby, but like none of the connections or anything to back it up. It's very like Schitt's
Sounds like
Creek.
your dad really learned how to play the game.
and lose it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. So that's kind of my
Learned by loss.
Yeah. So I'm like a Nepo baby in spirit,
Fair enough.
which is really where it counts. You don't want any
there's
of the
plenty of people who have that stuff and those connections who don't do anything,
Yeah.
like, so it's in some sense you do have a pedigree, you just don't have connection, which is kind of nice.
Well, I have was raised
Yeah,
on,
that's what I mean. Like, your pedigree, like, it's like,
yeah.
you just haven't got to take full advantage of it yet because your father like mismanaged some
Chris
things.
Canaan, creator of Walker, Texas Ranger, and
Friend of the pod.
astrologist.
Yep.
Astrologist, that is, yeah, okay, no, yeah, it's not.
No, keep going. Dunk. I don't really believe in it.
It's
That's just how
fucking
my
dumb.
Yeah.
I was like,
You know what astrology is, though? It's fun. Like
That's what it
that's
is.
fine. I know some people have.
that's how I
have fun
feel
with
about it.
Yeah,
I just think
yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it's fun. It's fun. I get that.
And
But
it's a
I
way for
also
my dad
never
and I
want
to
people
bond.
telling me when I'm having a hard month that the planets are aligned, because it's like,
That's always my dad. If I'm like,
Like,
oh,
I
I'm
would
having
be-
a
I would
really
be
hard
like,
month, and he's like
Chris,
Saturn.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I don't want to
for
hear
sure.
it. Like, you don't want me to tell you about Christ. I don't even believe, but like that, like, it's just.
When it gets treated like a religion.
Yeah, like I don't like. It's the same way I don't want people to ask me to come to church with them. Like, I fucking.
Hold on,
Which
really
happened
quickly.
the
I'm
other
gonna
day.
put you and my
Yeah.
dad on a group chat
Please
real
do.
quick.
Hey, Chris. Fucking Mercury's in my asshole retrograde. Come eat it.
So you have had anal.
I would let your dad eat my asshole.
As like a
But
power
only
move.
because he created Walker, Texas Ranger.
That's probably. I'd fucking wear a cowboy hat if he did.
It's like
Fucking
yeehaw when you come.
Loved that show. As a kid.
Isn't he? What's Chuck Norris is like a
Yeah.
terrible person though, isn't he?
He's
Probably
a
NRA.
he's a conservative for sure.
Yeah.
but
but back in
I
his
think he's a
day-
Trumper too.
I don't know if he is he might be a Trumper,
I
but
think
he
he's a
also is
Trumper.
like did a lot of good things too. So it's like politically, I have no admiration for him whatsoever. But he did do a lot of community stuff for people. So
I feel like
I'm not saying it negates what he's doing.
I
I
just
just
feel
don't
like-
want to say that's a terrible.
I just
person
feel like
either.
every like conservative does stuff like that.
I don't think they do.
I hate hot. You're
I don't
gonna
really
hate
think-
this. I don't think everyone who's a Trumper is a terrible person automatically. And I know.
I think if you voted for him twice, you probably
Or a
you
bad
got to get your
person.
fucking head checked.
Yeah.
The first time, I think you just wanted lower insurance or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did. Like, I mean, I think he does more damage than good a lot of the time. So, but
Chuck
even if
Norris
you-
or Trump?
Chuck Norris only does good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get. I just like to call everyone who votes one way
I know, but it's just like so hard.
It's for
just,
sure,
yeah.
yeah. Like I'm not
Yeah.
negating. I'm not
They're
saying,
just-
and I don't think like their good stuff negates all the horrible shit they do.
They're just
To be fair,
voting-
I have not ever met someone who voted for Trump that I like. I'm just saying, I'm sure that they're out there.
You probably have. I'll tell you someone after the pod.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure I have without my knowledge, but I just I don't know. I feel like we were in such. You know what? No, I feel like we were in such mob mentality, like back in 2020, that getting out of that is like kind of. I don't know. I feel like looking at things objectively, I sound like a white dude right now for sure.
You love to do that.
I know. I sound like an incel. I'm gonna stop before I get ahead.
Keep
Okay,
going.
Stop
I like
balling my
this.
But a
head.
straight
Yeah.
white male and an incel are not one for one. I think sometimes you like conflate the two a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of like, pushing them together. Anyway, I don't know. I've become like,
Give a straight white male no sex, then he becomes an incel.
right, exactly.
Yeah, but if you give any male no sex, they're an incel. Like you don't know, you're not applying.
Yeah,
You don't have to apply
fair.
like
Yeah.
Race
pigment
to
to this.
it.
Yeah,
Except for like monks or whatever.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Like,
monks are just really spiritual
Yeah,
incels.
well, they're voluntarily
cells.
celibate.
Yeah,
Sure.
there
But
you
I
go.
think we mean more of the like culture of being an incel.
Yeah, yeah.
Like on Reddit complaining. Being
Yeah.
like, rape is a human right.
Oh my god.
Have you not heard of that? That's you've heard of that, right, Andrea? Oh yeah, that's
I
a
have
whole
Not.
that's
I
a-
thought that came from the hip.
that's a whole we're just gonna open the clip on me saying rape is a human right.
Hi, Dad's podcast. You're like, that's so weird, man.
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys haven't heard of it. That's like a
No.
that's a subculture within incels where they're like rape is like a naturally occurring thing, so it's like it's a human right and we should get to rape women because we should get to have sex.
I have no comment. I have
Andrea, look it up.
nothing.
Look it up.
Have you heard of this, Andrea?
She
Don't
hasn't
look
heard
that
of it.
up. You don't want that on your
It's
history.
probably just Maria with a thumbs up.
One
I got ya.
I wrote the post and I thumbs it up.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like,
Which is
I
really the
will
most
get-
disgusting thing about it.
I
is
will
liking
get-
your own post.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Do you like your own posts?
Fuck no.
Of course not.
Just like to post and then you just like bop it and then you go about your day. It's
No.
like it's like when you it's like putting a $1
Are
tip in
you
your
a
own tip
fucking-
jar.
Are you? No, it's not.
No, that's not the
Yes.
same thing.
What? Yeah, it's like let me get the ball rolling and then.
But
blah,
getting
blah,
the
blah.
ball rolling on tips and getting the ball rolling on
I just
people liking
don't
your
care. I don't even care. I don't even
Well,
think
you
that's
could-
Clearly, you don't care.
shit. Clearly,
I
you
don't think
It's
that's
fucking nuts you think that's socially acceptable.
clearly you do care because you're taking the time to like your
Well,
own
no, but
post.
it's a little.
Just had
$1 in the-
Triscuits. Click. Someone ate my asshole. Kind.
Heart. What if I do one of those reactions like on Facebook where it's like a hug? Someone just ate my
Congrats.
asshole.
Balloons come down.
I comment,
Oh my
replying
God.
to myself. All right. Okay, well
Rape
that's the
is a
most controversial.
human
That's
right.
me saying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
Did I tell you my duck rape bit?
You certainly did.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
Just to be
Next.
clear, it's not about Gracie raping a duck.
No, it's not.
Because that's when she told me the name of it and then wanted to pitch the bit to me.
Yeah.
I was
Duh.
bracing for it to be about her raping a duck.
It's about how I was looking at like things are hard right now. I'm working we're all working like 3 different jobs, and it's like it's just we're fucking hustling. And I was looking at these ducks playing in the lake, and I was like, that looks like a good life. And I was like, I want to be a duck, but the only
Are
downside
you
is
fucking 7?
they all rape each other. You know what I mean? Wait,
And-
why are you asking
and
me
this
if I'm
is a
7?
Because that looks like a good. I'd like to be a duck.
I
Your
am 7.
question.
Have you not like picked up on this yet? And I was like, I'd
Your
love to be
question,
a duck.
Would you rather have a tail or have wings? I'd like to be a duck someday. I wouldn't eat a man's ass.
But I'd eat a duck's ass.
You're like that little kid in what is it, the Squid and the Whale, who like was always spreading his cum on lockers. Is that-
What?
That is such a deep cut. You think I've seen the Squid and the Whale?
I haven't
Well,
seen it either.
Well, you guys probably. Aren't.
That's the one where Jeff.
I'm
Daniels
a-
playing.
I'm
You're
a-
not
you know.
Cultured
cinephile.
enough? Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane, I feel like after this, you're never gonna recommend me for anything. Not
Why
only
would
that,
when have I ever recommended?
not
Fucking,
only
like,
that.
stop saying it like I did. Like you're trying to trick me. You know that one time you did that thing for me.
not only that, but you're
I
gonna
knew
actively
you-
keep me down. Like my name's gonna come up somewhere, and you're like,
I don't
she
even
is-
like
You
joking
said-
about that because it implies that I think of you at all.
He's really serving up some Maria to you right now.
I like it. I'm an
As-
emotional sub,
as
so
soon as-
I'm almost a little titillated
An
by
emotional
it.
you-
sub?
Yeah. As soon as
I
you
hate
said,
the language you use.
I hate everything about you.
Yeah. Oh, you mean a fucking weakling?
You mean a fucking pussy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Emotional sub.
Yeah.
Yawn. Not everything has to be fucking clicked down and to fit your niche. Ugh.
Yeah, it does actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
this is great. This is how you know he truly likes you now.
I
that he's
know.
treating you
I
like
like
shit.
it. I love it.
First of all,
you haven't even begun.
I
to
do love
see
that you
treating
set
me
him
like
up, by the way, with being like, for when you recommend for me stuff.
recommend me again.
As soon as you started
I
to
don't
say
even
that, I
rec-
was like, well, we know
that
where
reminds
this
me.
is going.
I'm going to text Mike today. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I'm recommending her for something.
God damn it. God.
Anal sex.
Mike, best in the biz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call him Big Mike.
They call him Big Slippery Mike.
Mike.
Oh boy.
The front of it's crazy.
The back of it's a surprise. There's a tail.
It's like a tennis ball and a toothpick.
It's, oh.
Come on, that doesn't earn me a recommendation.
Do you guys
for
like a big
something.
head of a penis or no?
I mean, I think just in general, you want girth. I don't think that it matters
proportional.
whether the head is the
Yeah.
big part.
Yeah.
You just want to get spread out.
Take that recommendation back. Text Mike for me. No, she's done. She's lost.
Yeah, I
it.
only recommend one woman a year.
You can send my tape, but recommend Gracie.
Well, Mike's looking for a maid, and Maria's a maid.
Oh man, he's gonna be sincerely disappointed.
Yeah, I know. This place is a fucking nightmare. It's tragic. This has all the makings of a spinster.
It's the freakiest spinster you've ever met.
No, I feel like it's on.
No, Maria's place is actually like tidy and
Yeah.
well, like
Yeah,
it
it
has
is.
a aesthetic.
My
Very
cleaning lady was
organized.
just here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's nice.
Yep.
Was that the first time you were in my apartment the other day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good guy apartment, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought so. I wanted to be. I like it when women come over and see my place because I'm like, this isn't like.
Yeah.
It's an
there's-
adult apartment.
It's an adult. Yeah, and I think it's like.
I didn't get to see
there's
your
an-
room, but
yeah,
it's an adult
my
apartment.
room is like.
Are your posters framed?
My artwork is framed.
Oh, okay.
But it's always-
which is
only
which
from
is
stuff
what he
I-
calls posters.
Yeah.
Only from stuff you've done, like only your own, like Shane Torres.
Yeah, it's just like me drawing myself a bunch. No, like whatever. Like I keep all my stuff is like memorabilia from big things. I've
Yeah.
done. Yeah, like which is kind of weird because it's kind of weird to have like a lot of professional stuff in your home, like accomplishment. You know, like it's like when somebody has a
mean
bunch
it's-
of diplomas. Up
You mean
in
like
their
it's
room.
kind of weird that you have a shrine to yourself?
I kind of feel, in some sense, I think it's a little strange. Yeah, like
Mm.
I like the things I have, and I think they look good. And
The
like,
Where is it?
There's a Brazilian tattoo artist that I was intercoursing with, and he's also a regular artist. His entire apartment was filled.
intercoursing. This is like
What's
your-
worse, that
your
or emotional sub?
It's the kind of fucking language
I'm sorry.
I
that
understand
you're
there's
not-
a real need for it, but I also fucking hate.
intercoursing isn't. That's just a bullshit thing I said.
And
that's
it
not
also is
like.
emotional
But
sub.
it's a bullshit
Something.
thing you said, but someone says it for real, and I
that's
hate them.
What,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but his entire apartment was
I want them
covered.
to drown.
It was covered in his own art.
yeah. That's
Lava.
like
To
that's,
me, that's super narcissistic.
Yeah, like that. My shit is like, oh, I did this, and somebody made something. I would
Mhm.
never put up my own shit. It's like
Yeah.
I watch my own special for the edit, and that like,
Yeah. I mean, I think
And the
that's
jerk off.
yeah.
Just
You
once.
know what's
though.
weird about
that's also a
looking at your
different
own
naked
body?
though.
Some people like the way they look.
Sure.
You know, and I'm like,
Do you, when we were in Connecticut for those shows, there were these two huge
Fucking
screens
darkest
on
weekend
either
of my
side, on either side
Was
of
it really bad?
the stage, and I didn't even notice it. Like I didn't even realize that. Like, oh, I'm up on these two screens. Shane got up there and immediately did a full body assessment for the crowd of like what he looked like on the
Wait,
screen.
you see yourself on the
no,
Only
they're on
if-
the side.
only if
they're
you
on
look-
peripheral, but
Yeah,
Okay.
only if you look
Still.
at,
It's
like turn and
it's
look
just
at
for
it.
viewing for like when they
Oh.
have.
Well, they have a
But I've done-
balcony and
Yeah, but like I mean, I've done that because on the Jumbotron, when I do like the Burt shows, those screens are massive, and you notice yourself up there, and it's just like, God, it's like,
Yeah. See, I have the opposite problem. I'm fine with how my body looks, but I hate my comedy. So that's really.
I really don't like enjoy either thing about you.
I gotta be honest.
I'm fine with how my body looks. I hate my.
It's like, I don't know. Do I mute her or do I
just
turn
like,
her off altogether?
Yeah, I got to figure out something.
Yeah.
Because I still need to be able every once in a while when I see you, be like,
Yeah.
hey, how was your thing?
I do. I really feel like I'm part of the gang, Maria. Right?
In
Am I
what way?
ruining it?
Sorry.
In that he's negging me.
Oh yeah,
He's
it's really
being
fun.
mean to
I'm
me.
negging you. Calm down.
No, yeah.
No.
Again, I don't
Negging.
think about you.
Yeah.
Negging is like the
Negging
to get
is if he's-
sexual something.
Yeah, like,
okay.
that's not negging because he's
But
not.
Oh yeah,
ball
then
busting.
I'm negging you. Yeah.
We're gonna fuck right after this. We got 10 minutes before this in our next.
Eat
guest.
someone's ass. I'll tell you that.
We're gonna 69 with each other's assholes. It's called
What
an
a
88.
threat! Walking into a party and being just immediately
It's
announcing
called
like,
a moon landing.
yeah.
Mutual asshole.
When you do
eating.
butt touching stuff, it's called moon landing.
Have you ever seen?
So stupid.
I'm trying to remember the name of the
that
movie.
real?
I mean, that's what I call it. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the name of the movie, but there was it's this little kid who's in a chat room instead of, like someone old enough who should be. And he's talking to this like horny woman who thinks she's talking to an adult.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to poop my poop into your butt. And she's like, oh, that's so hot. And he's like, and then you're going to poop my poop out of your butt and poop it back into my butt.
What is this? Is
And then
this
we're going to go,
SVU?
and then
What
we're
is
going to
this?
go back and forth and like poop into each other's butts forever. And then he draws this like symbol of it, like with, like the side arrow thing. And it's so fucking funny. The scene is like,
It sounds like something you would do to someone for fun. Honest to God.
I don't think this is a scene out of a movie. I think
this
this
is
is you last
Maria's
night.
like, I was intercoursing with a Brazilian tattoo artist
my
that I was
God.
pooping into.
he had a full costume. He had a full like
Doc.
trunk of costumes.
For sex.
For sex.
I have a wig box, sure.
No, but I mean like outfits. Full outfits.
Like, what were the outfits? It depends. If it's
Yeah.
like a sexy cowboy, if it's like an
Or
SS
this is
officer,
where he's like
that's not
he's
so
the
great.
Hamburglar. In Brazil, we call him Hamburgueso da Bandito or what? Hey, I know that's Spanish. They speak Portuguese.
You fucking idiot.
Fucking racist.
That's
To my own.
Yeah.
like
what were the
like
for him or for you?
for me. So like like
You-
full like
But then that
like
means
a
that
full
you shared
netted
them with
Mhm.
other.
None of them go like skin to skin with your genitals. So
But that's kind of weird. That's very like dressed like my ex-wife. Like I
yeah,
don't know.
But there was
It's-
something kind of hot about
I'm
that.
a widower.
Yeah. I killed her.
Like
Now
one of them
wear
was like
her
one of
bras.
those net bodysuits that you put on. I'll show you afterward. You don't know, but
Yeah, no,
I
I
might
get
know.
it.
do
I
you?
always want to
I might
put plants in them like they're ghillie suits, though.
Yeah.
Like whenever you're wearing like a full netting, it's like put some shrubs on you and then like crawl around.
Yeah,
you, know?
you could
just me.
you could like clip Christmas cards to it.
Exactly.
It's just
like
netting,
it's like a function.
right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
like fishnets, but for your whole body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one was like a tiny beer wench costume that's like just
like a lederhosen.
Later
thing.
hosen.
I'm so fucking sorry.
Yeah, your dad was a writer.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
well, I mean, it was Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
Let's not
Fucking
get out of
watch your
hand.
mouth.
Most of it is just gun noises. Most of it is just pew pew pew.
No,
Yeah.
no,
No.
there was a
I've
great
never-
episode.
I've never seen a single episode of Walker, Texas
don't.
It's a
Ranger. Don't tell your
remarkable
dad.
show. And it's a vision, and it should be kept in a vault.
I was-
inspired him to start comedy.
I was
so thank
busy
you to my
with
dad.
Wishbone.
It's insane how bad the show is in a lot of ways. And
We're telling your dad
but I
you
was
said
like,
that.
it was perfect for me. Like,
Yeah.
Texas karate, 1990. Like,
Yeah.
like I was 11. It was like everything was perfect. In it.
I didn't know there was karate in it.
Yeah,
It's like
he's
kung-
always doing karate.
Is he good at it?
You can't have one without the other.
I
Texas
mean-
and karate.
I mean, he was like an action star.
Yeah,
like,
Chuck
I mean, I
Norris.
know that, but I didn't. But
I mean, they don't look like John Wick movies, but they look good. Yeah, there's a reason
Yeah.
he was good at it. Yeah.
All those Chuck Norris jokes.
Yeah, I
when
mean,
does
he
a
was in,
push-up,
what was the
pushes
Bruce
earth
Lee movie
down.
he was in? Was it Enter the Dragon?
Rush Hour 2.
That's
He
racist.
he was Chris Tucker.
God.
really good acting.
Was it Simon the Terrible? That was a good action movie that
Don't even know what it is.
Chuck Norris did. Fought a guy named Simon the Terrible.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like someone who should have a sword.
Does.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So you
Simon
wear a
the
costume?
Terrible sounds like I wore costumes.
Yeah, my dad's name was Simon.
Simon the Terrible though sounds like a conqueror from like the 1700s.
Yeah.
The
Sword. Little. What are these called? The little
Shoulders?
shoulder with the fringe.
Yeah, what are the? I used to know the name for those.
Shoulder with a fringe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
like
little-
there's
like a
one.
nutcracker.
They're on both sides.
Yeah. It's like
Like,
a little.
for-
the
with
shoulder
with a
board
little-
kind of things? Yeah.
Yeah, what are they called? I used to
I
fucking
don't
know the name for these
But
because I
that's
wanted
a
to
fun
get
costume
tattoos
that
of
I'd
those.
wear, like a nutcracker costume.
Sure, absolutely.
Andrea,
It's so
Google
sexy.
fringe shoulders and see what we find.
Yeah, like Colonel Gold fringe shoulders nutcracker.
Soldier shoulders.
Yeah, soldier shoulders.
I got
soldier
those.
shoulders.
I got those soldier shoulders.
Shoulders. You've mentioned your shoulders a few times now. Do you like them?
No, I don't like anything about my body.
Oh my god.
No, like you're mentioning them in like a proud way.
I think I can't remember who I was talking to about this, but it's like most people don't like their bodies.
I don't think that's true.
I do.
I think most
Yeah, I think
people
we
are
have
lying
huge-
that they don't like their bodies.
No.
I think we have huge body dysmorphia. It like ingrained from us, especially in this country.
I have tons of body hate for sure.
Yeah, I think most people do. I think you're right.
No, Maria, you suck.
There's no two ways about it.
Boring. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate your body too.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm
It's
relieved.
very common. I
we
think
snuck into the
you're-
pool when we were in Connecticut, but that day we were like, "Oh, we'll come back," because I was trying not to go out and drink. And
Yeah.
and we're like, "We'll sneak into the pool." And Maria was like, "I got to go get a bathing suit." She went to Target. She came back with 4 bikinis.
Nice.
No, one of them's a one piece. It's just got a cutout in the. Yeah.
That's a big because you always
The
lose-
point being,
I got 4.
we got in the pool for 15 minutes tops.
Did you take any of them back?
No, of course not. They're also
Oh.
cute. I'll show you after.
Oh, okay, I don't have a bikini. I like don't. I
Also,
just
so you know,
they're not. They're all
she was like, "Look
bright
how
pink
fun they are," and
flamingo.
I was like, "You did." You didn't. She didn't try
This is-
them
look
on
at-
for me.
This is the line. This is the line. It's making fun of the Target bikinis.
How dare you?
This is it.
It was $90 for 4 swimsuits.
That's
That's such a
amazing.
good deal.
That's
That's
really
like
good.
$22.50 a swimsuit.
Yeah,
And they're super
Good
cute.
math.
they should go.
High five.
I hit it. I hit it.
I'm
striking him.
I'm touching your movie screen. Ow!
Guys, hold hands.
Finger.
Hold hands and make up. Come on,
Never.
do it. Hold hands and not just holding hands like mittens, like hold hands like
One's
the
a hand and one has a claw.
the interwebbing.
Oh, you
The-
want
do like
interlace?
the interlace. Ah, yeah. See,
Our powers combined.
I'm just
you guys
trying not
can
to
do
lose a game of
anything.
mercy. Ow!
yeah.
We should
this
get
is
you
great.
rings and we'll get you pierced. It's going to be
If I
good.
wore rings, that would not be good.
You could wear
Why?
like a
You
ring
could do
on
like
your
a
hand.
think-
like a pinky signet ring. You know.
Gracie,
Shut the fuck up.
don't be an asshole. And don't talk to me like I'm an asshole. I could do a pinky ring.
All right, we got to
All
close.
right. Well, you can do a fedora and a purple coat. Like that's.
We got to
I'm-
close
I'm
this
gonna
out. Our
jump out
next
the
guest is
window.
here.
Oh, who's the next guest?
Sam Evans.
I'm not allowing that.
To
Well,
be bummed. Wait, we didn't ask a hot tip.
also, yeah,
Oh yeah, do you
Yeah.
have a tip for staying hot?
yeah. Don't have Sam Evans be your next guest after me.
Suck the life out of you.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Really moved to a beta.
Yeah. I mean, it's perfect, or an emotional sub, as we can call it.
An emotion. I fucking hate that language.
Look at, I just
What
ruined.
time is it, and why is Sam here? Tell him to go get me a snack.
I can't believe I've spent the past hour and change ruining all of my chances for Shane to endorse me to every major network. You know,
Look, you called me established at the beginning of this, and
She
and
just
now,
called you. She
now
just,
you're making it seem like I'm fucking Louis B. Mayer or someone.
who's that?
He was a big studio executive in the golden age of Hollywood. He was,
Don't talk down to me.
but you're a woman.
As the assistant to the comedian.
Mm-hmm.
What was I going to say to you? Probably just something about you being stupid. Oh, it was that the
Where's
only
this coming from?
To be fair, I think
Where's this coming from,
you started it.
the only reason that she called you established up front is she could reference you recommending her for stuff later in the episode.
No, my question is actually established. Does that mean like established can run the gamut? Is that an insult? Is that too low?
No, established means that he gets recognized a couple times a week when he walks around as.
I feel like I
comedian.
hit the nail. You're established.
I think you did it
yeah.
right.
I don't
Shane,
think it's
would you
too
agree?
low.
I think established is good.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Honestly, I know I said I didn't want Sam here,
But now I can't fucking
but I what time is it?
It's 2:03.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Why? What does that mean?
I just
Yes.
I've been here for 2 hours. Gracie's been here for an hour and a half.
so sorry. I'm truly so sorry.
I gave like a part of my day to you for free.
Oh, we're
Normally,
gonna pay
since
you.
I'm established, I get paid for an appearance.
We're gonna pay you.
I'm not done yet.
You're never done.
I have $15 in my wallet.
Wow. Are you gonna buy property?
You piece of shit. Go ahead, finish your monologue.
I would if you'd shut your fucking trap for once. Finish my monologue. You mean finish rescuing this fucking train wreck?
You can't rescue yourself.
No, I'm the only one. I've been dragging you two across the finish line this whole goddamn podcast. Andrew's the only one of you pulling her goddamn weight. 3 nose rings, one of you is useful.
First of all, I love that.
Pipe down, Blondie.
Second of all, this
You fucking Von Trapp.
We have to wrap this up.
Or what? Sam's gonna harump his way up the stairs?
honestly, that's the clip.
Yep.
Fine. I had a nice time.
No, you were going to say something else. You had something else to say.
I thought, wasn't I supposed to say something?
Established. You were going to say something about if established was the appropriate term for you.
I guess
Famous?
it's somewhat accurate. Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Would you say, should I say famous?
I don't think I'm famous. I guess I'm recognizable. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Am I supposed to offer a tip?
Yeah.
On anything?
Is it to be recognizable?
Is it on anything?
It's a hot tip. Staying emotionally hot, mentally hot, physically hot, spiritually hot, financially hot.
An attractive tip.
Yeah.
Like, in environment. Oh.
Yeah. How to keep it tight.
Oh.
Your first one was don't have Sam Evans be your
what
next
are your listener bases? Is it like mostly women? Or
Yeah, mostly women.
Well, we get some men.
Yeah. Well, I think
we get normal women and creepy
all of our
men.
Facebook followers, and we have we have like 5,000 on Facebook.
I can see you guys.
It's men.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because they're on Facebook.
Because they're looking at clips.
What are you doing?
Why would you not have
Slept
a
on.
Facebook page?
Slept
You might as well
on.
have one.
I would say my hot tip is since you're getting plenty of men, be clean. Like just being clean
100%.
is like a very attractive. Like
Yes.
yeah, and I don't mean like
Clean your asshole, or no one's ever
clean
going to eat it.
like just be tidy.
Yeah.
Like, it's like it's nice and it's better for you.
Mm-hmm.
Be like that. That's like my nephew is getting to the age now where he's gonna like start. I'm 99% sure he's straight, but he's gonna start like being more interested, and I'm just like, just be tidy, like
Yeah.
like if you're tidy,
It goes
and
a
you're a
long
young
way.
guy, like
Yeah.
boys,
It makes a
men are
difference.
gross, like our boys are gross,
Yeah.
it's fine,
like werewolves.
it's normal,
Yeah.
but like you like kind of grow out of it,
Yeah.
That's what I think. Be clean,
That's a good one.
yeah.
We haven't gotten that one before.
Wash your balls.
You heard it here first.
Don't your balls just like when you wash everything else, your balls are getting washed?
No,
No?
I mean like you need to like.
Take time.
Yeah, like
Really?
It's like I mean, do you wash your feet or you just let the water run down and clean them?
I wash them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
you need to like give it a certain.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with letting the water run down. As long
Yeah,
as you're
but you
getting
want,
soap on
but
them.
like they're cleaner
sure.
if you wash them.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing with balls.
Got it.
Guys, this has been Hot Dad's podcast.
Fucking
You
stop
can
rushing
find
me out the
me-
door.
I know I came late and now I'm shoving you out.
Leaving early.
Yeah.
You can find. I'm leaving actually. Yeah, I'm just you and Sam.
When Sam's here, another lady will fill your spot.
You can hey, you find me at Save Gracie Canaan. Where can they find you, Shane?
Fucking leaving this room.
Outside.
Shane Torres on all the platforms. ShaneIsComedian.com. No Accounting for Taste podcast with Canaan and Shane. And yeah, just fucking. I got a new special coming out. Root for me.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yep.
Yeah.
And I am Maria Heinegg, M-A-R-I-A.
You forgot you were supposed to do that, right?
Heinegg.
And you can find us at Hot Dads Pod.
And you can email us at hotdadspod@gmail.com.
This has been Shane. You got to join in. You have to join in. Ready?
What am I? I don't know what I'm saying.
Hot Dads Pod. 1.
That's the name of this podcast?
Hot Dads Pod.
The name of this podcast I just found out.
And scene.